Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with former Real Housewives of Atlanta, Claudia Jordan. How you holding up, Claudia?
I am fantastic. This is just bringing back memories of how I used to feel on Sunday nights before I knew a scene was going to come on and I was going to get dragged on social media. I'm like, oh my God, butterflies. But it used to keep me skinny, though.
Keeping you skinny. Now, I still feel like you're relatively new to the reality world, but nonetheless, you've already had some historic moments. So I want to play a clip from some of your most viral moments that remain a huge part of internet culture today, and I want you to take us behind the scene. All right, Claudia, you were on the Next 15 with the one and only Tiffany Pollard, and you two got into it more than once, but let's take a look at the time where she tried to call the cops on you.
Are you high? No, I'm not high. I'm high on telling your ass the truth and putting your ass in your place because I'm that yeast. I'm that make it rise.
I would never want to be yeast. Yeast infection.
Claudia, the world wants to know, are you that yeast?
I don't want anything affiliated with yeast to put on my person. That is not a good look. You know, Tiffany is another one that makes good TV. Matter of fact, I'm going to take y'all behind the scenes and tell y'all what I probably shouldn't tell y'all. Right before she did that, we were totally cool. She winked at me, and then she began to perform. We were cool before the show, during the show, and after the show. Tiffany loves me. She would send me text messages. Don't believe none of that crap. It was just, she knows how to turn up. And I'm like laughing at it because I'm like, what? You know, like I got to see it. It doesn't make sense when you're sitting there, but once I saw her wink, I'm like, oh, okay. She's letting me know I like you, but I'm about to turn up.
Wow.
Well, but that's why she's the queen of reality TV.
She is my queen, I'll tell you that. Now, you guys seemed, as you said, to not get along at all. Now, while she did try to get you arrested, even with the wink, you also made her cry on the inside. Let's watch.
What is it?
She wants to be executive producer without doing any of the executive producer work. She just wants a title. And she said,
No. You are going to put in work. Of course she is. She's going to come.
Lord, I don't want to make no mistakes.
Are you okay?
Hold on.
No, I'm not all right.
I never seen someone cry with the tears not coming out, so I just want to make sure you're okay.
Because it's an inner cry, bitch. My heart is crying.
Claudia, did you ever figure out what an inner cry was?
It's fake tears. I like to call them, as Omarosa shows us all the time, tearless tears. They're tear-free tears. Like, it's not real, it's fake. Reality TV is so fake a lot of times. I mean, yes, there are a lot of real moments, but there's scenes where it's like, it's entertainment. You gotta look at it as the new novella or the new soap opera. You know what I mean? Like, there are parts where it's like, damn, that was real. But it was, again, like, it was just for fun because, once again, we were cool.
Now,
and I have all the text messages to prove it.
Even though you, oh my God, even though you said she winked at you and you're cool, was Tiffany kind of pissed at you for calling her out a little bit? Like, did she ever actually get mad at you?
No, she never got mad at me. The reason why Tiffany will always work in reality TV is she understands the game. And she gets that it's not something to take personal. I think that's the difference between Tiffany and Nene. Nene is still really an icon when it comes to reality TV. I will never take that away from her. But I think Nene's emotions really get involved, as opposed to Tiffany. She's like, listen, I know how to control a scene. I know how to rip a scene right from your hands. I know how to elevate a scene. And the sooner people get that, the more they'll be able to not go home feeling so crappy after a scene. I went on reality TV thinking this is just another job, and not to take it so to heart with every little thing. I mean, some things will piss you off, but Tiffany knows what she's doing, and she doesn't, like, she knows it is a job. And y'all gotta remember, it's show business, and I'm sorry if I'm bursting some bubbles here and disappoint. I feel like I'm telling kids that Santa Claus doesn't exist.
No, I wanna know, yeah.
He doesn't, kids. He doesn't. Like, Tiffany liked me. There was some real beefs on that show. There was, but me and Tiffany, we're cool. And again, I tip my hat to her. She's amazing at what she does, and she doesn't get, like, you can go have a drink with Tiffany after you have a crazy scene like that, because she's not gonna, like, want to end your life or end your career or get you kicked off in real life. Right. As opposed with Nene, I feel like there's a lot of raw emotions. But that's the difference between someone who's been in the business for a long time, has a really long resume, and someone who came in the game and this is their one thing. Right. Their main thing, actually. I can't say Nene hasn't done anything else. But you know, when it's your main thing, I feel like you have a warped idea of the entertainment business. You know what I mean? And you also think everything is this easy. You got to look at it for what it is. It is a job, you guys. It is a job.
Well, speaking of Nene, you came on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the fans didn't know what to think, but they quickly learned, as did I, after you took on the HBIC of the franchise and embodied the phrase, "Don't come for me unless I send for you." Let's watch.
I was arrested in my 20s when I was in college.
You went to college?
Oh, I'm very college educated. You didn't know, bitch? You didn't know?
I
You
can't
need to pull
tell.
my record.
Spell
Pull my
bridesmaids.
record.
The S is not silent, honey.
Let's go back to talk about being a stripper. I was a stripper, and I liked it.
What club was that at?
That was 20 years ago. Let's talk about something being correct. I'm in my 40s. You in your 40s.
I am. We're like 20 years
No,
apart.
we are not 20 years apart,
Yes.
girl.
When you were my age, you had edges.
Oh, man, Claudia, you know, I know it's been forever, but it's always going to be the Puerto Rico trip for me now. What do you remember from that night?
So what people don't know, and I want to clear this up, people say, oh, you didn't have a storyline, or besides the Nene thing, or it was rehearsed. None of that was rehearsed. I didn't really watch Real Housewives of Atlanta before I got on the show. I watched very little because my friend Kenya was on there. So like the year before, I watched it a little bit. So I didn't know all the backstory stuff, but when I got out there, and I had known Nene before, I did a hosting job for her. And I took her place in something. So she had reached out to me back in 2009. Hey, follow me. I need you to take my place in this job. We met in Atlanta. We took pictures. It was all good. That's the backstory. That is why when I got there, when she started acting like this, that's why I was like, wait, hold up, bitch. Like, you know me. Don't act like you don't know me. We're not going to act like that. We're not going to do that, you know, that shady Mariah Carey thing. Like, who is she? I don't know who that is. You know exactly who I am. And I didn't appreciate that. So I just went on the Puerto Rico trip, honestly, as a friend of the show. I was minding my own business. The girls were very mean to Demetria, well, the other side of the table was. And then I felt like I wanted to say, like, y'all acting like little kids. So when Nene started her, like, just wanted to pick a fight with me, I'm like, I don't think you want this with me. Like, I don't think there's anybody that's a match for me when it comes to that kind of stuff. I worked on the Foxhole with Jamie Foxx and in company with lots of professional comedians that are monsters. And you don't think they try to come for me and we didn't have exchanges? Like, this was like, I could do this with my eyes closed. Honestly, it was really nothing. And like,
You're a
the
pro,
go-to
Claudia.
thing when you're losing a fight.
You're a pro.
When you're losing a fight, and I need women to stop doing this, every time you're losing a fight to someone that's attractive, to call them a whore, a slut, and to question their their morality is weak. Like, do your homework, have something clever to say, and that'd be more of a challenge to someone like me. To call someone, you don't think I've been called a whore since I was a virgin? Like, since I was a 17-year-old doing pageants, that's the go-to thing. And we gotta stop disqualifying women by trying to like weaponize their attractiveness or, you know, a reputation and put that on someone. I think that's super wrong. You know, come a little bit better than that. It's easy to call someone a whore. But be clever. Like, I'm down for a clever battle of wits. I respect people that can be on a high level, not raise their voice, and not, you know, kind of like go the vulgar route. Because I think it takes more emotional intelligence.
Right.
And control of your emotions. Like, I never got mad during that fight. Like, I kept my composure, never spilled a glass of wine, and she was like very upset. Her blood pressure was through the roof.
Yeah.
I was cool as a fan. And
You don't want any of those.
That. Like,
you don't want any of those ad hominem arguments. You want something that really, really matters. But I actually want to take another look at this iconic part from your epic read. Let's watch that.
Okay.
You're a whore. You done slept with everybody. They don't want you. Your clit has left your body. Now this is off the runway.
They don't make those sizes for the runway.
Girl, you better zip this zipper down and see what this is, honey.
I don't know.
They make them when you got the coins.
Really?
You can buy them off the runway, bitch. They will get your size.
Bitch, you overpaid.
No, I didn't overpay, honey.
You did. You
no,
got it wrong.
Well, I know you wouldn't know what come down the runway, considering what you got.
Right, because I didn't ever walk down a runway. Well, you should have a little less spaghetti in your diet.
I mean, Claudia, reading the room. I mean, before I let you go, I want to know, would you return for another season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I would, but I'd bring a lot of weed with me. And I probably would invest more into my styling. So because I feel like people just base their value based so much on what the hell they got on. I really could give a damn less. I would probably go back and have a little fun for a season because I felt like I didn't really get to show the world. Like, there was a lot of things that they left unfinished. Like, I ended up doing stand-up comedy, and the club was packed, and it was a successful night. They never showed that. They didn't show a lot of the reason why I didn't really have a strong storyline on the show is because up until the Puerto Rico incident, I was just a friend of the show. After that, they were like, oh, no, we need to make her a housewife. And there was only like about a month of filming left. So there wasn't enough time to film enough to show my real storyline, all the real stuff that was happening. So I never really felt like the fans really got a real good look at what I was really about. So it kind of came off like I had nothing going on but checking people. And I'm like, that's not the case. Like, I'm very much about girl power and having fun with folks. Like, you know, I don't want to just be known for that. But I was pretty good at it.
Well, you're amazing at it. We miss you, and you're very, very sweet. Thank you so much for playing with me. You're a true sport, and I can't wait to see you again on our screens.